The universe was ending, not with a bang, but with a crunch. Realities folded into each other, dimensions twisted and snapped. It was a chaotic symphony of destruction on a cosmic scale. Imagine a messy room, but instead of clothes and books, it's entire galaxies and alternate timelines. Our protagonist, let's call him Dave, found himself caught in the middle of this cosmic car crash. Dave was an ordinary bloke, a fan of rugby and a good cuppa. He wasn't prepared for the universe to end, let alone on a Tuesday. He watched in terror as the sky turned into a kaleidoscope of impossible colours. The moon seemed to wink out of existence, followed by a deafening crack that split the heavens. This was it, the end of everything. Earth was no longer a safe haven. Buildings crumbled. The ground groaned and split. The very air thrummed with an unsettling energy. People were running, screaming, praying, but it was no use. There was nowhere to run from the end of everything. Dave knew he had to find a way out. A glimmer of hope appeared in the form of a shimmering portal that oozed into existence right in front of him. It wasn't pretty, more like a giant blob of cosmic snot, but it was an escape. What did he have to lose? Taking a deep breath, Dave plunged headfirst into the shimmering goo. It was cold and slimy, like diving into a pool of jelly. He felt a strange sense of weightlessness, as if the universe itself was exhaling, pushing him through this interdimensional passage. Then, just as suddenly, he was spat out the other side. He landed with an undignified thud on something soft and yielding. He lay there for a moment, catching his breath, wondering if he was dead, alive, or somewhere in between. Looking around, Dave found himself in a giant, twisting tunnel. It pulsed with light and energy, like a giant artery in the cosmos. It was then that he realized he was sliding, hurtling through this tunnel at an impossible speed. This wasn't just any tunnel, it was a temporal water slide, a shortcut through time and space. He saw glimpses of other worlds, other realities flashing by in a blur of colors and shapes. Section 5, Hotel at the Edge of Reality. The tunnel deposited Dave unceremoniously onto solid ground. He picked himself up, dusted himself off, and looked around. He found himself in what appeared to be the lobby of a grand, yet strangely deserted hotel. The air hummed with a faint, unsettling energy. Everything was slightly off, from the oddly shaped furniture to the paintings on the wall that seemed to move. And there were whispers, just at the edge of hearing, speaking of things man was not meant to know. Section 6, Seeking the Portal. Dave soon discovered he wasn't alone. Creatures roamed the halls of the hotel, grotesque things out of nightmares. They were like nothing he'd ever seen, a bizarre menagerie from the darkest corners of existence. He tried to avoid them, seeking solace in the hotel's many rooms and corridors. He learned that this hotel was a hub, a crossroads between realities. If he could just find the right door, the right portal, he might be able to find his way back home, or at least to a reality that wasn't busy collapsing in on itself. Section 7, the Beach of Oddments. One door led him to a beach unlike any other. Instead of sand, it was covered in a bizarre assortment of objects. Gears, cogs, clocks, even the odd rubber duck. The sky above was a swirling vortex of colors, and the air crackled with an electric hum. Strangest of all were the inhabitants. Dave saw creatures with 3 eyes, their skin shimmering with an iridescent glow, bartering with slug-like beings that moved by rolling. It was a chaotic, surreal flea market of the bizarre. Section 8, Three-Eyed Spectacles. Dave tried to blend in, hoping to go unnoticed in the chaos. He even struck up a conversation with a three-eyed fellow who claimed to be a retired space pirate. Their currency, not gold or jewels, but potent mind-altering drugs. He wandered through a bizarre marketplace, where vendors hawked their wares in languages he couldn't understand. There were stalls selling bottled emotions, time-bending trinkets, and weapons that defied description. Section 9, Rude Awakening. He was just about to sample a glowing blue beverage that promised enlightenment when he woke up. He was back in his own bed, the morning sun streaming through his window. It had all been a dream, a bizarre and terrifying journey through a collapsing universe. Or had it? As he went about his day, a nagging feeling lingered. The world seemed different somehow. And was that a faint, shimmering glow he saw out of the corner of his eye, or just his imagination playing tricks?